Hello, welcome to another edition of In Between the Pages with James Lott Jr. JLJ Finds segments. How are you? I'm bringing back these segments. I started doing this a long time ago, and I then just got busy this year with lots of actual interviews. So now it's like, yeah, now we're going into 2022. I'm going back to bring back my segments. For those of you guys who don't know what the segments are, I had a list sitting right here. So starting now back in 2022, you'll see some mini videos mixed in with the interviews and other videos I do. And these are mini segments that will be on, and you'll be able to see them. And they're on our Facebook page, Between the Pages, and all of my social media on the JLJ Media. This one's called JLJ Finds. These are books that I find, either I find on the street. I used to walk around and I almost see a book like, what's that? And as long as they're in good condition, of course. Garage sales, yard sales, or if they're given to me. If someone goes, here, wish I could see this. Sometimes with my clients, and they're like, I have this book, I have an extra copy. What do you think? Gifts, things like that. New releases, that's self-explanatory. The black books, which are by authors that are of African American descent. The queer pages, which are LGBTQIA, of course. Shameless self-promotion, which are my books. When I promote them, I see these little mini segments like my books. Past pages are so I just highlight a book that really meant a lot to me for the past, and I'll talk about that. Inside the web pages, a lot of these are for web show based stuff, little mini spotlights on them. Books on my nightstand. Sometimes I'll highlight what I'm reading. People ask, what are you reading right now? And sometimes I'm reading things for upcoming shows or just things I like to read. And so I will tell you what I'm reading. And in between the pages with different people, like we had DJ Flobito did a series with me and my music. And I had one for music, but I said I'm not going to do that separately. That's just a regular segment. I'll mix it with the others. And there are the books in Espanol. I'm working on a segment for that. So I'm working on a title that I want to use for that one. But I'll be a segment for books that are either in Spanish or come from Latino-based writers. One or two. So that'll be coming to soon. I'm working on that. So this one is the JLJ Finds. And so I'm going to show you some books that were given to me. I was with a client organizing. I'll drink my coffee really quick. Here's some books that she had. She works in HR for a big corporation, but she's all about equality, diversity in the workplace, management training in the workplace. And I love management books. I do. I love reading about, because there are techniques you can use for things in life. I do manage my own companies. I have my media company, and I have, of course, the super organizer. I'm a certified life coach. So I'm always searching for knowledge. I like reading different people's perspectives on things. And sometimes I take them on and incorporate them to myself. And sometimes I just go, okay, that was nice, and go about my business. So these are actually 5 books I got the other day. Nice little bounty. And none of them are like big or anything. They're all regular size books. They're fine. So it'll be easy to read. The first one's called, and I posted a whole collage of these books on my social media. So In Between Pages with James Lott Jr. on Facebook, James Lott Jr. or JLJ Media everywhere else. This one's called Quiet Leadership, 6 Steps to Transforming Performance at Work by David Rock. There we go. It's very cool. It says it will help you improve other people's thinking, which is the best place to begin improving performance. I'm looking at the back of it. It just has some research data. They'll share some groundbreaking research on brain-based approach to helping leaders and executives do their best. So I'm really curious. Okay. And he's there, Rock's a coach. And like with these books, a lot of times I'll read them and I actually contact the writers and have them on the show, which has happened. I've had many of the writers, and I found these books, I got books too, and I've been on the show. It's been such a wonderful, we're a community. Writers were all this big community. I like that. So David Rock, we will check him out at some point. Then also I have a book called Authentic Happiness, Using a New Positive Psychology to Realize Your Potential for Lasting Fulfillment. That book by Martin E. Seligman, PhD. He wrote a book apparently called Learn Optimism. They say it says, at last, psychology gets serious about glee, fun, and happiness. I know happiness and glee and fun are words, and happiness, all these words that people kind of go, what? I'm not sure. What does that mean? But I guess he uses a scientific approach and personal reflection to talk about it. Ooh, sibling rivalry. I see something here already. Look at the bright side, temperance, self-control. Oh, this could be good. I really look at this. Strength and virtue. I'm very excited. So Martin E.P. Seligman, PhD, is a Fox Leadership Professor of Psychology at the University of Pennsylvania and director at a Positive Psychology Network, and was a former president of the American Psychological Association. Wow. He's written 20 books. Well, I'm excited. Okay, I'm gonna read that. I can't wait to read this one. Okay. So yeah, I think happiness. If you're listening to us, you just go online and see the books covers. You see them. This one is called The Answer to How is Yes by Peter Block. Acting on What Matters. That one. That's the way the book feels, actually. Peter Block is an author, speaker, and partner in Design Learning. It's a training company that offers consulting skill workshops. People love this book, apparently. And he puts a how-to craze in perspective, presenting a guide to difficult and life-granting journey of bringing what we know of personal value into trade-offs we've made in a practicality. He offers hope for a way of life in which we motivated by not what works, but by things that truly matter. So, okay. So I guess I'm looking here already. The engineer archetype, the economist archetypes. I guess he breaks down the archetypes in here. I see that. The artist archetype. Okay, yeah, he breaks them down and tells you, let's see, how artists look at things, how they handle things, what they're viewed as, and how to manage it. And I guess in a certain way. Okay, I kind of like that. Intentional purpose, commitment without barriers, broken promises, ambition. Okay. He talks about some good stuff in here. Okay. Starts it off with transformation comes more from pursuing profound questions and seeking practical answers. So he's going deeper than just the practicality of life. A lot of times we go very practical, right? You just go very practical. Okay. I like that. They always say you should think with your heart, not with your brain. That's what they always say. I don't know. But in business, people don't like that. Now, this book is called Pathways to Sustainability, Gender Equality and Sustainable Development, edited by Melissa Leach. So this one says, Melissa has brought together an outstanding team of practitioners and researchers to produce a crisply written, engaging view of the interlinkages among gender, environment, and sustainable development. Melissa is the director of the Institute of Development Studies, University of Sussex, UK. So this one, for pathways to be truly sustainable and advance gender equality and the rights and capabilities of women and girls, those whose lives and well-being are at stake must be involved in leading the way. And yes, our women, strong. That's why I see a lot of things in here. They're strong and resourceful and just, survivors. They go through a lot. We put them through a lot. So I like to read about stuff like this. I love this, gender equality. So we should read that. So talking about there, make me more aware. And the last book is a bestseller by Daniel H. Pink called Drive, The Surprising Truth About What Motivates Us. Daniel Pink is the author of this. He's a New York Times bestselling, Business Week bestseller, several books. I have to email him. This book is about looking at what truly motivates us and how we can use that knowledge to work smarter and live better. So this book, The Authentic Happiness, The Answers to How to Say Yes, and this Drive book seem to go by how to take our emotions and feelings and passions and make them work for us in business. They all have a thing in here. 6 business thinkers, it's interviews with 6 business thinkers who get it. Mentions different disciplines. Oh, here's some. I always see something right now that's very interesting. The title is "Give Your Kids an Allowance of Some Chores, but Don't Combine Them." What I got to read that. What about that? 3 steps towards giving up control. Oh, this was always be interesting. I can't wait to read this. Drive. Yes, I'm very excited about reading that. So these are my 5 books. I'll just say the titles again. Drive by Daniel H. Pink. Quiet Leadership by David Rock. Authentic Happiness by Martin E.P. Seligman, PhD. The Answer to How, it's a weird title. The Answer to How is Yes by Peter Block. And Gender Equality and Sustainable Development, edited by Melissa Leach. Those are my books today. It was my JLJ finds this week. Stay tuned for more coming to you because I always get books. I love books. Books are my life. So more coming. I have books, of course. James Lott Jr. on anything on Amazon. Type it in books. I have 57 books, I think, at this point. I have 56. They're out there. So check them out. Any books for you from fiction, nonfiction, self-help to autobiography. Check them out. I have series, everything. So have fun checking it out. James Lott Jr. on Amazon. Everybody have a great day and read.